1, 2, 3. Oh, should have just had your hiccup.
Yeah.
Hi, Hungries.
We're dads.
And this is the Dad vs. Dads podcast.
The show where we put on behind us the things that we care about the most, which clearly I care about my child and Birkenstock the most. Kevin only cares about music, not his kids.
They purchased all of this.
Yes.
They gave me the drive and the spirit and the education.
They
and
didn't
the
purchase
want.
all that.
No, this is all resentment. This is things that I
These
got.
are dreams
These
that
are
they've
shattered
destroyed.
dreams sitting behind me.
Yeah.
You put up Burks. You didn't do that for Vera.
Yeah, I did.
You didn't put that up for Vera.
No, but I put up all her pictures because
That are hidden by Burks.
I'm the best dad.
But look, it's hidden.
Well, I've got to be able to get around somehow.
What? That's the...
That's how I get around to take her to drawing class, so she can draw her pictures for me to hang up.
You don't take it to drawing class. You take it to school.
That's drawing class.
Okay.
What's kindergarten? It's drawing class.
It is, yeah. I guess.
Yeah.
We've been getting some math stuff lately, and that's fun. And a history assignment for Opie,
Yeah.
where he had to research mummies.
Yeah.
Like mummies, like
Yeah.
Egyptian funerals.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she, like, the way that they do it, God, it was actually so insane. Do you know why they used to pull all the organs out but just leave the heart?
I've learned it before, but I can't remember.
And then they salt the heart or something.
Yeah.
And then they also kill a bunch of soldiers so that they can go in the afterlife to help this pharaoh or whatever to get to the boatman.
Yeah.
And then the boatman will weigh the heart to see if it's light as a feather.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
then it's a pure soul and they can go to the heaven.
Yeah.
That is so insane.
Yeah, but it's true.
It is true.
It is true
Salt
what
your
happens when
hearts.
you die.
So
like,
that's
since
like,
the Egyptians, no one has made it to heaven because no one gets buried with soldiers anymore. No one has all their other organs removed, and they don't salt the heart to make it lighter.
yeah. Well, they're trying to. That's why people have salt and high cholesterol. Doctors are ruining it.
Yeah.
Doctors are coming out and being like, "What's your salt intake like?" He's like, "I'm an Egyptian."
No, but yeah, salt, but all the fat and calories and stuff that builds a big layer of fat around your heart. There's hearts weigh a ton. But there's no... People aren't fat.
Maybe
they're fat
people
hearts.
should just be eating salt.
Yeah, just salt.
Just
Lighten your
salt
heart,
rocks.
get into heaven.
Do you have any
Anyway,
news this
so-
week?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, did I interrupt you?
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, mummies are cool.
Was
No,
that
that-
it?
I was going to say a thing about mummies when you were on mummies, but I can't remember. Hey, isn't it crazy? Like, we just we go into their tombs,
Yeah.
and they did all their ceremonies and stuff so that they can make it to God.
Yeah.
Then we just pull them out. Hey! And like, what? Their spirit probably gets dragged out of heaven. Like, no,
Whoa.
your grave's been desecrated.
Just so we can be like,
What if, like, in,
look at this.
a couple of 100 years, they just go around to, like, I don't know, Grong Graveyard, start digging them up. Look at this guy.
Do you reckon when you dig a grave up, they get pulled from heaven?
Yeah, that's how it works.
I've never dug a grave.
Yeah.
Nor been dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, they do all those ceremonies for a reason. To get him there. And he doesn't have his soldiers with him anymore.
Oh, now he's alone. We can bash him.
When we get up there.
Let's dig a grave.
Take his heart, and then we'll be like, oh, this is mine.
Is this your heart?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Exactly.
What if it weighed as light as a feather? Could you imagine a heart weighing as light as a feather? And do you think the salt would shrink it so it's just a tiny little heart?
Well, yeah, because it'd suck out all the moisture from it. It would be tiny. It'd probably weigh more than a feather, though.
Feathers are pretty light. What type of bird?
Not. Well, I feel like the biggest, heaviest bird would still have a very light feather. Like, you get those long peacock feathers, they're still very light.
Yeah, but it'd have some weight. Like, if you can wave it,
They
there's
have
some tension.
They
which
have
means that
weight
there's
to it, but not like more than a heart.
Do you think
More than the lightest heart in the world. I think a mouse heart would weigh more than most feathers.
Do you think a duck's feather, because it's been soaking in water all the time?
No, because they're all oily. They don't get wet. That's why it's water off a duck's back. They go underwater, they come up dry.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
But then it's oily, so
It's
might
still
weigh
very...
more.
It's light enough that they can fly.
We need to look up the heaviest feather, find out what the Egyptians were really up to.
See if they made it there. Alright, this was a insightful conversation.
Oh, my cats are digging at the carpet.
Yeah, your
We've
house is
moved
going to be ruined.
podcast room again because this was initially all in my bedroom.
Not initially, but last time it was.
This
For
was,
a few episodes, it's been in your bedroom.
yeah, and it's just not feasible. You can't live in a podcast.
Yeah, we do need a nice space where it can just be there, good, ready to go, set up and nice.
So now I've got it in the kids' room where Rusty's sleeping. He's over there. It's not in the kids' room. It should have been though. How fun would
That'd
that
be funny. Yeah.
Shh.
Yeah, I wasn't following your line of what you were saying. Like, I didn't
I was talking shit.
catch on. Yeah, it's been a lot of shit talking this morning. It's been nice.
Well done.
The drive here was shit and annoying again, as always.
Classic.
All the slow drives in the right-hand lane, which I'm fine with in busy areas where there's a lot of right turns.
Yeah.
Everyone's going off. They're all taking the right.
Yep.
But then, when you're on long roads where they form into one or
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of left turns and no right turns, what are you doing in the right lane? The only reason to ever be in the right lane in this situation is to speed.
So
That's the only reason you're going to be in the right lane in those roads.
I've kind of come to terms with this, that Canberra have entitled drivers. So they turn around and they go, no, I've eventually got to turn right. So I'm going to be in the right lane. So, and the problem is, because we're entitled drivers, no one gives way.
But particularly on Gungahlin. Like along
Yeah.
Parksway, not the Parkway, but Parksway,
Mm.
people will generally
That's
keep to
pretty
the
good.
left. They're
Yeah,
much
yeah.
better there.
But there's a lot of space there.
Yeah.
But-
3 lanes.
But then, heading on like Hume Highway, which is like what goes from Yass all the way towards the city, that highway, that whole section, no one gives way.
Yeah.
No one lets you in. So you have to pick your lane and stay in there because otherwise people won't let you in. You'll miss your turn.
Such jerks. You can just
Yeah.
kind of push in.
Entitled drivers, that's...
Oh, I can't wait till everyone's in Teslas. Because you can just push in front of them. Their automatic driving assistants will be like, whoa, buddy. And they'll like brake for them and they'll give you room. Or they'll see your indicators and be like, someone's coming in. And then it'll slow down for them.
No.
Yeah. So everyone get a Tesla so us regular car drivers can just push in front of you.
Do you reckon Teslas speak to each other? And then eventually...
They don't yet, but they should.
they communicate to each other. And then there's like ones that hate each other.
That would be great.
Like a red one won't accept a blue Tesla.
Yeah.
And because white's the cheapest colour, they won't let any whites in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be reverse racism.
I really hope self-driving doesn't become a big thing.
I'm not big
I
on it.
love driving. I hate like automatic things in cars. Like all of it. Automatic headlights, automatic wipers and everything. I like switching it on. Like, it's getting a bit dark. I like the buttons and the knobs and the dials and everything. I like doing the stuff. It's all part of the experience.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like, oh, that did that itself? What?
It's really cool at first. Like my previous Mercedes had
Oh,
all
and
the
then-
automatic stuff.
And then you jump into an old petrol car and you're like, bloody lights didn't turn on automatically. I had an accident.
Yeah, but that's why you don't stop driving them.
I'll never stop.
But they're
I
also
won't
like,
stop.
if anything goes wrong with the sensors,
Mm.
they just no. You don't get rain wipers today.
Do you have
And
a
like
term for when there's not enough water on the windscreen, but just enough to think maybe I should put on the wipers?
Do I have a term for that?
Do you have a name for it?
No,
We call that dry wiping.
it's fun.
Yeah, because it still makes a noise.
Yeah, my wipers don't squeak.
Mine do.
Need to change them.
I need to change them. All right.
Okay, here we
Do
go.
you have any news?
I don't.
So the only news that I've got is Grandma was on the news.
Yeah, yep.
Yep. So
We do have a news.
we do have
No, not just that Grandma was on the news.
yeah, and Sue,
Yep.
a patron Sue.
Yeah, our best patron.
Yep. Have become temporarily homeless
Yes.
for a car crashing into their bedroom.
A Commodore. It wasn't a self-driving one. It was a person driving
No.
one. We need to everyone get self-driving cars because we don't need these accidents anymore.
38-year-old. And you know what? The way that guy was traveling through,
Yeah.
that wasn't just like a that wasn't a sober person.
No, he was driving. He'd like crashed into a fence on the other side of the road. And,
Yeah. They did an interview on the neighbor
Yeah.
who was like, my letterbox is gone.
Yeah.
And then Sue's house.
Yeah, she was like
She's
laughing
like-
about it. Oh, my letterbox was in the gutter.
I'm
Okay,
traumatized. I'm crying
Yeah.
most of the time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a bloody letterbox.
Yeah.
Piss off, lady. I'm glad they're moving away.
And it was right into one of the bedrooms.
Yeah, but square on too.
Yeah.
You know, there wasn't like
I'd never
half
seen a
lounge
car.
room.
It wasn't, the car didn't just hit the house. It went into the house.
Do you reckon that guy had been watching heaps of cartoons? He's like, I'm going through.
Yeah, I think so.
He's like, aim for the bit that looks like a window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, like, it was quite late at night. Normally, people would be in bed.
I will say, Grandma looked good on the news.
They both did.
Yeah, they did.
I was like, did they, like...
They've
Did
been
like the news
rehearsing.
people like spruce them up or like really good lighting? Like
this
they
is
just
pretty bad. Oh yeah.
yeah. So they both like just
Grandma
they did good on TV.
sounded like thunder. Good job.
Yeah.
Great work, Grandma. And Sue, I'm so sorry. That would have been terrifying.
Yeah. And normally she would be in bed at that time. I think she was like fixing her phone or something.
Crazy.
Yeah. So what happened?
Can we put the link
What I
up?
think, because I mean she's a very religious person,
Yeah.
and I think like an angel survived or something, like an angel statuette thing.
Oh,
So what happened? Sue hadn't gone to bed early.
yeah.
She was fixing her phone or something.
Yeah.
And God intervened and was like, you know what? While you're not in your bedroom, I'm going to send a car through your window.
Thank God.
Think that we can't have your belief in me wavering. This is going to do it.
Your Christian routine.
Yep.
Yep. No, I'm actually so stoked that she wasn't in that bed.
Yes, everyone was
um,
okay. Although she's a bit traumatized, like loud noises and stuff.
Well, yeah.
It's a bad time.
Absolutely.
Understandably, yeah.
We'll keep this episode pretty low key for you, Sue, when
Yeah,
you
sorry
catch
about
up.
the bang noise I just made.
Jeremy. Don't go banging no tables.
I will not.
Okay, look, but also, Salvos came to the rescue and organised a home
Yeah.
for them, so, yeah. Which
Yeah,
probably-
they've been getting a lot of financial help and stuff, and like the community's really gotten together for them. It's really great. That's what I think, like small town communities. If that happened like here,
Do you reckon-
into your house, everyone stuff you, mate. Like,
Do you reckon... yeah, absolutely. Do you reckon the Commodore driver, he's like, my car's gone. I can't get to work now. And then the community's like, righto, Codger, we'll get you a new
Maybe.
car.
No, I think the community
do-
would condemn him.
They should do an interview on him.
He'd be
He's
run
like,
out of
The
town.
community gave me a new car.
No,
All because it crashed. They bought me a case of piss.
they'll definitely run him out of town.
God, they need to stomp that dude. What an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is why you don't drink, drug, or any
Oh, you know-
affected
no, it is-
drive.
He wasn't drink driving, he was text driving. Don't text and drive, people.
You reckon that was a text?
Definitely, that was text
Whoa.
driving.
That was way too
Definitely.
long a drift off the road.
It was a
to
long
me.
message. Alright.
Predict text got him again.
Yeah.
He's like, see you soon. And he came up with coon. He's like, no, that's not racist.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's just a name. Okay.
Alright. This week's mountains.
Yeah, so last week's mountains was sick kids, and don't worry, it's not COVID.
I'll tell you what, I got that sickness.
Yeah, you would have.
Guess what?
What?
One day.
Yeah, well,
One day. One simple day.
it's probably COVID.
Nah, because I tested for COVID.
Yeah, but it was only in you for one day.
Yeah, thank God it wasn't COVID.
No, lucky it might have been COVID. Lucky it was COVID.
Well, no, like it.
Because the tests aren't always accurate as well.
I don't know.
I bet it was COVID.
It could have been. It was
Yeah.
really simple. It was
That's,
like
yeah, that's how proof it was
one
COVID.
one and done.
That's
One day
proof
and
that
done.
it was COVID. It was easy, it was nothing. Anyway,
Well-
sick kids won, unfortunately.
Yes.
So, Kevin, what is your mount?
This jacket.
Oh, yeah, it looks like a pretty nice jacket.
It does,
Where'd
right?
you get it?
That's why I got it. I got it from Kmart.
Yeah, okay.
And as you could probably hear,
Yeah, nice noisy jacket.
so much noise. For all
So
you
the
people.
kids can find you when you're like in a shopping centre or something.
Yeah.
Here he is.
But I got to explain. You know how people lose weight and sometimes they do this technique where it's like glad wrapping?
No.
Well, this is the sweatiest jacket I've ever had, and not because it's hot, because it's quite breezy. Like it's a windbreaker,
Yeah.
but it's a sweat maker.
Yeah, so it doesn't breathe.
I gotta show
all.
you. I gotta show you. It's like plastic bags in the center.
Yeah, it looks it.
I'm stuck.
The arms are plastic.
Yeah, they're plastic. They're like actual plastic. Like
Yeah.
I'm so wet right now. Oh, look at this. It's like a
That really is plastic.
bag. And I'm so wet all the time. I took off my jumper. I took this jacket off the other day. Just here, my back. Just here, like my arms, sleeves, and back, just soaking wet.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a jacket that's gonna like make you warm for a couple of minutes, but then after you take it off, you'll get hypothermia because you're wet.
Yeah. Well, generally, like, yeah. Yeah, that's a bad windbreaker.
That's the worst.
You've made a mistake.
It... I made a big mistake.
Why did you pick that up and feel, oh, this feels...
Because I've never had any design be like, we're going to put plastic in the arms.
yeah.
Because why would you? It's dumb. It's
Yeah.
like the jacket looks nice. It's a nice looking jacket. It's got a hood. It's kind of sporty.
Also, your biggest problem with shopping at Kmart at all.
Well,
I cannot
yeah.
stand Kmart stuff. It's mostly garbage. Like, mums get so excited about it.
I'll tell you what it was.
What?
We went to the shops after picking the kids up from school, and Opie's like, "Isn't that shirt a bit small for you, Dad?" And I just immediately went, "Oh, too big."
Yeah.
So I went and bought a jacket.
This would cover my shirts.
Well, no, the shirt. So I was wearing a shirt, but I had like an overshirt, like a nice button-up thing over the top.
Okay.
And Opie's like, "That's a bit short." Or it might be because you're wearing a long shirt, and that's not as long. I'm like, I'm self-conscious. I look like an idiot. So I went and bought a new one.
Yeah.
And looks nice. I was like, yeah, I'll look fresh for the boy. He
Yeah.
won't judge me anymore.
Yeah.
Instead, I come out sweating on the arms,
Yeah.
and like just all of the sweat particles go towards the body.
Yeah.
So you come out just like drenched.
Yep.
Insane.
You probably will lose a lot of weight though. It's like sitting in the sauna, but
Well, that's what I thought. I'm like,
maybe.
it's like that plastic wrap thing. People
Yeah.
like wrap themselves in Glad wrap
Although-
and then sweat.
Most of your weight, most fat from your person
Yeah.
comes out in your breath.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not, you don't sweat, like when you sweat and stuff, it's mostly water. that you
Well, yeah, exactly.
drink
So
in and
this
that kind of-
isn't,
it's not fat coming out.
that's not a good thing.
No.
That's
Just dehydrate you.
dehydrating me
Yeah.
and stay fat.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the worst jacket. I know you will not be able to relate to this, Mountain, but if
No.
you hear the noise of that jacket and you can imagine wearing plastic bags on your arms,
Or if you happen to have bought a shitty Kmart jacket.
yeah, because I would never genuinely go to Kmart and be like, "That's the jacket for me."
Yeah.
This was a oh shit purchase.
Yeah.
Although I should have. There was a Metallica hoodie. I was gonna get that, and I'm like, oh,
People know I listen to Metallica.
well,
Metallica's probably fun. I mean, you know, because I've been real stuck on music lately.
yeah.
Like, all the old stuff I listen to, just like not doing it. Listen to a lot of new stuff. It's all shit.
Hmm.
Like I listened to Incubus Sober once. I'm like, oh, this is ruined. God, this is awful. They got
Yeah.
like 2 good songs and the rest is just garbage.
Yeah, it's not good.
Nah.
And real cheesy. Like
Yeah.
cheesy try hard.
Yeah. Yep, very. And yeah, just a lot of bands. Just not hitting the spot.
Mm. But you
But
listen.
I haven't tried going back to Metallica. Maybe they'll hit the spot.
I don't think they will.
I listened to Slipknot the other day.
How'd you go?
They are fun. It's like the most pop band ever.
Yeah, they are.
They're so like just fun.
Yeah, it's fun metal.
It's like,
And-
I thought these guys were hard.
No,
No, they're
no.
fun.
they're. You know what I really love? Mum was a metalhead
Hmm.
growing up, and to this day, sometimes she's like, "Have you heard this band?"
Hmm.
I'm like, "Oh, so good."
Yeah.
And she'll like, I used to love going through Civic and you see the guys on the goon bag, like the big metal pillow thing.
Yeah.
And they're all wearing their Breaking Benjamin shirts and Tool and this and that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my mum listens to that band.
Yeah.
You're not tough. Piss
I
off,
remember-
you goth fan.
A kid out there, because I was out there with some people that were fire twirling and whatever.
Mm.
And I don't fire twirl, but they do. And I just sat, and this kid, Indian kid, sat next to me. He's like, I'm actually a vampire. I'm like, no, you're not, man. It's like, no, I really am. I'm like, nah, you're not. They're not real.
You and your logic brain. There is no scientific evidence that you are a vampire.
Yeah.
He
Go bite
probably-
someone.
Go bite that kid.
Turn into a bat.
He would have gone home and rethought his life because you are you're the person to announce that you're something wrong to, and then you change their mind.
Yeah,
That
I
per-
should be a therapist.
That person would have gone home and been like, "He's right. It's a fraud.
Yeah.
It's all
I'm
off
not
a
a
son.
vampire.
I don't know what I'm doing anymore." I started watching I Think You Should Leave. It's a Netflix series with
Yeah.
Tom Robinson.
Yeah. I saw like half an episode.
God, it's the funniest
I
show.
think the first that's the one with the guy who's pushing the pool door. So he's like, he finishes an interview in a cafe with someone, and he's pushing a pool door, and the guy's like, "Oh, it's pool, whatever." It's like, "No, it isn't." And he just keep pushing,
like,
and like breaking
"No, this
the
one goes
hinges
both."
and everything. Yeah, yeah,
See ya.
amazing. I've seen like a couple of little sketches from that, and it's just so good.
That guy is. It's all like the actual jokes themselves aren't that funny. It's the reactions of that guy.
Yeah,
Like there's this really mundane, boring skit, but then he'll just do one thing, like, hold the door! Like, screaming at someone ages away who just opened the door.
That's great.
It's hilarious.
Have you seen the girl from IT Crowd? Has this show? I haven't seen it.
No, it's not her. It's the news thing where she goes and does...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not her.
That's definitely
No,
her.
it looks identical to her. Same haircut, same hair color, same face structure. Different lady.
Really?
Yeah, because I
What's
look...
it called?
I don't know.
Something that's like a C word. Claude or her name's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like a news... She does like documentaries.
Yeah.
But it's...
Really funny.
Yeah.
I've only seen clips of that as well. I'm really keen to see more of it.
It's pretty good.
Definitely not her.
Definitely not.
Identical.
That blew my mind more than the show itself.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Well, we gotta name it now because we can't turn around and
Oh,
just be
God. Well, yeah, we can't look it up saying the IT Crowd lady.
like... because people will go, who's the lady who's from the IT Crowd but isn't her? Yeah, it's... Clunk on Earth.
Clunk on a...
Yeah, it looks identical to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should put up a
Yeah, like it doesn't...
cross comparison.
She doesn't look the same in photos.
Did I show my Seinfeld mug?
Yes, you did. On every episode, the last 3 episodes.
It's got lots of pictures on it. Like,
Yeah, lots of Seinfeld references.
yeah, the best mug ever. Oh, the giant wallet, so funny. Look to the cookie, Elaine. So fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Is
What's-
that all you have to say about your jacket, Kevin?
Yeah, it's a crappy jacket.
Now, I have a bit of a story. I don't know if I'll tell my mountain first or after my story.
Tell the story.
I'll tell
Build
my
it in.
story.
Build it in.
No, you'll start with the mountain. All right. So, my mountain is people asking you to move house. There's nothing worse in the world than moving house, helping with furniture and that kind of thing. And there's no way out of it. Like when someone asks, like, oh, do you want to go to, this club? And like, oh, I'd love to, but I can't. And like when
not really is an okay excuse for I don't want to go to a club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't get out of moving furniture. And like you might, like, oh, when do you need help? And so, they could give you a time and you're like, oh, I have work. I have work.
No,
But no, they
moving
always,
house-
they'll give you the opportunity to give your time.
Well,
They're
no.
like, do you want to, what day are you free to help me move house? Shit. They're like, you have to.
Because
You're
do
always
you know
going to
why?
have free time.
Because moving house is like you have this long until you've got to get out. So it's like I've got to move between. Are you free between this time and this time between these days?
Yeah, and like you're almost definitely going to have time. Like there's no way out of it. You just can't.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing to ask someone because you're putting them on that spot. Anyway, someone recently asked me to move house, and it was traumatic to say the least. So I had to help him pick up the ute at first on the other side of town. He's on the other side of town for me, and we had to take his car back to the other side of town, out of town to Queanbeyan, another town entirely.
Yeah.
To pick up this car. We picked up the ute for him. Okay, on the way out. Can you drive it? I can't drive a manual. What? What? Why'd you get a manual ute? And whatever. Okay, fine. I'll drive the car for you. I drove all the way back. And he's like, meet me at these shops. Okay, cool. I'll meet you there. Got to the shops. Get a call from him. Where are you? I'm at the shops you told me to meet you at. No, the underground car park that's near the shop.
Okay. I'm going to cut you off. I wasn't going to announce that this was me
Yeah.
that was helping move someone. But it was me.
It was Kevin.
It was me. I can drive a manual. I just said
You'd rather not. I know.
I'm not as confident in them. I would like This is why you were like, you can either say it's you or you can keep quiet. You're like pulling all these things out that I'm like, I have to say something.
Yeah, but yes, you can drive manual, but you'd rather not. So I had to drive the Ute.
It was a lot of fun.
Although
when
to
I
be
did
fair,
drive it.
I loved driving the Ute. It
So
was
fun.
fun, and I love driving
I kind
manuals.
of want a Ute now.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, he gives me the wrong directions.
I didn't give you the wrong directions.
He said, meet me at the car park at these shops. And there's a lot of car parks there. He didn't specify the underground one. If you'd
Why
said
did
underground
you speed
one,
off?
because you're going too slow.
We were driving along. Yeah, I was going the speed limit because
No, you weren't. You were doing 20
and
k's
I was
under.
also like, hang on a minute, this is a rental car.
Yeah.
Maybe we should follow the speed limit.
No, you were going under. I was doing the speed limit. You were doing under the speed limit.
My thing,
And-
Speedo is wrong.
It is. I'm telling you, all speedos are wrong. They all are. Anyway, so we get to the underground car park finally.
Yeah.
And you get all the stuff on the Ute. Excellent. Do you have any tie downs or ratchet straps? Pulls out a rope. Just a big, long orange rope.
Okay. I
know
asked
you.
I asked. Okay, I'm actually on your side for this.
It's outrageous.
I'm frustrated because yes, all of these grievances are mine also.
Yeah.
Because I was like, just buy straps so we can tie it in. We need to tie the stuff down.
Yeah.
So in this day and age, you're like, does anyone know how to tie a knot? No, we didn't do bloody scouts.
Well, even if you do know how to tie a knot, everyone uses tie down because they've got locking mechanisms so that you pull it really tight and then it's locked. It is
Yeah.
in place.
Yeah.
None of that. Just
No,
an
none of
orange rope. So yeah, Kevin didn't buy the rope. Someone else did buy the rope for him who was instructed to get tie downs for him. So that wasn't his fault, but still, we had to tie down a fridge, a couch, a washing machine, and a bed, all with just rope. And none of us know how to tie knots. So
It was very
it
creative.
was like granny knots all over the place, a slip knot here or there, and it was just...
And it looked like a bloody puzzle as well.
Yeah.
The lines going.
Yeah, it wasn't tied down
dumb.
great. We tied it down. I was very hands off for the first tie down. So I was like, I'm not comfortable getting involved with this tying down because when this comes off, I'm not responsible at all. So they tied it on there. Hop into the Ute, start driving out. Hear a big clunk. And the person behind me is honking their horn. Oh, we've hit the roof. The Ute is now too tall to get out of the car park. We lost half of a mattress on a fire sprinkler. It caught on there and tore half of it off.
In the fridge.
And
in the roof.
if we'd gone even like half a meter further, we would have hit the other air duct with the fridge. Great. So
Despite all the warnings saying 2.1.
yeah. Which, to be fair, I didn't look at that either. And then, so we have to unload the tall things. Made Kevin and his son take them up, and I drove the Ute out of there safely without...
And had a moment breather.
Had a breather. Waited for them to come up, loaded up the truck again. I was like, I'm going to tie it down this time. I saw how you guys did it. Wasn't comfortable.
But then you were leaving loose bits as well.
Yeah, there was loose bits because there was... As we tied other bits came loose. It was just a nightmare.
Say, that Ute was... It gave us answers. That car... I will call that car out for being a best thing.
Yeah, Hiluxes are a best thing.
That was the best thing because... And it wasn't just like you got the tie bits. It was like 2 lines and then this bar down the bottom with little bits of bar either side. So like you could circulate the rope and pull it tighter.
Yeah, lots of handy bits to tie it down
Oh,
with.
What a car.
Yeah. So yeah, and then we just drove very, very slowly all the way back because I was driving, obviously, and didn't want to lose anything. So I drove slower than I've ever driven in my life. And then we get back here, unloading the truck. I noticed my bike is buried. My very, very nice, very expensive bike buried under a pile of kids' bikes. Like, you gotta ruin the derailleur. What are you doing? And
I'm genuinely sorry.
I know.
That one, I'm so sorry. I actually feel terrible about that.
Yeah.
Me and Opie were organising the garage, and then I ended up going upstairs to organise dinner, and he was like, "Oh, I got this," and so he smashed it out. Did a great job.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Like, it was
Lots of room. Yeah.
great organisation for a kid of 12 years old.
Yeah.
Brilliant job. And just so helpful. What a guy.
Yeah, he's good.
Just doesn't understand the value of a bike.
Well, I don't blame him at all. He doesn't
No, it's
know.
definitely on me.
Yeah.
Yep.
But no, you have apologised and all that. It's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, helped him move, and then, as per standard, you help someone move out, and they're like, "Oh, thanks. Here's a 6-pack of beer or lunch or something." None of that even. Nothing. Thanks. Bye. On your way. Get out of here.
If you never promise anything.
No, but that's the standard. There's no promise. Like, you're going to help me move house. No, I don't. I don't want to help you move.
I was looking at Reds.
I've got no good excuse. Then you get, well, here's your pizza or your beer or whatever. Yeah, thanks.
I'm a terrible mover.
Everyone's a terrible mover. No one should ever ask anyone to help them move.
You know what?
Just hire
The
movers.
frustrating thing was I was willing to pay for a removalist just to be like, we'll smash it out, we'll pay it, it's done, and over with.
Although, you know what? This is karma for me not. I made Dad help me move
Oh,
when I moved into my apartment.
That was a nightmare
lot.
too.
And that was up 4 flights of stairs.
Yeah.
And I didn't give him a beer or a pizza afterwards.
Oh.
Although I was so poor. I could barely afford the apartment I was moving into. I just had to get my own place. I was really struggling at the time. But I got it. And I made it work.
Because I wasn't moving. I was helping someone move. Now I want to basically state that in all of this, I help people move more often than I move.
Yeah.
And I've helped a lot of people move.
Generally, that's the case because you don't move that often, and no one else moves that often, but you know more people than just yourself. So if you know 2 people, chances are you're going to help them move more than you move yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I get it wasn't your house you're moving, but you were moving the stuff into your house still. So it still counts.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But is it me responsible? Maybe it should have been the other party moving.
The other person should have bought me beer and pizza.
Maybe. I was going to say Dad didn't offer us anything, but no, he took us out for lunch, and it was a good lunch.
Yeah, he did buy us lunch.
It's really good.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Yep.
See, I don't mind moving. You know, for 3 days straight, I hit my 10K step quota.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Well, I do.
Just walk instead.
Well, no,
and
but it was
stuff.
great because I'm generally, I sit at a desk for work, so my average steps per day is like 2.5K. Because by the time I finish work on a 12-hour shift, I haven't done anything.
Yeah.
But if I've just had, based on my roster, speaking of the best friggin' roster, I just finished 6 days off.
Yeah, that's
just because it's part of my job.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not, this is my weekend.
Yeah.
This is insane. I love it.
Yeah, I think we do, as humans, need a lot more than 2 days off a week. I think it's insane only having 2 days off a week. It is mad. When I was working full time, I did break up my days off, so I'd only have 1 day off, but it was never more than a couple of days until my next day off. That helped a bit. But yeah, we really need more days off.
Yeah, absolutely. I really love because I'm doing like 12-hour shifts.
Yeah.
So they're huge.
Yeah, you're working a lot.
Like I'm that's the thing though. I'm working more hours less often.
Yeah.
And so it really feels like I just go to work and I grind and I grind and I grind.
Yeah.
And then I get these huge breaks. Like 3 days off, 2 days off, 5 days off, 6 days off. But then the shifts as well, I never do more than 4 consecutive shifts.
Yeah.
So I'm not working a 5-day week. I'm not working a Monday to Friday. It's not monotonous work.
Yeah.
It's work your life around this.
Yeah.
But in an exciting, fun, grind it, and then you're done.
Yeah. No, that's good.
I love it.
They are trialing in the government 4-day work weeks. Of course,
Yep.
they're trialing it with pubes first anyway, who don't do any work anyway, except for maybe you.
Do you remember?
But no, but most of them are useless. So it's going to be them that are in the 4-day work week anyway. So they're going to get all
But they
their
also
work
get
done.
flex time as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if they still do flex time in most places. I think anything company related, customer related, they can't do flex because obviously there has to be working hours that they're available. But
Yeah.
it's just I couldn't. No, I really love what I do, and I couldn't do a government fixed flex hours thing, 4-day work week where you work 10 hours for.
No. This is going to be. They're not doing more hours. This is 8 hours less in their week for the same pay.
What?
Yeah. Because pubes deserve everything.
I'm angry.
Yeah, you know what they should do? Because they're effectively paying pubes an extra 8 hours for nothing.
Yeah.
Instead, all that money they would be paying the pubes for nothing,
Yeah.
put that into small businesses with minimum wage workers. Minimum wage workers now get a 4-day work week, and the government pays for that extra day.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Or cancel taxes. The government can't pay for anything. The government is going to spend it on dumb shit anyway, like pubes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like we said,
You
it's so
should
much
be in government.
abolishing it from the inside out.
Well, I feel like you've got a lot of logic. You don't think of empathy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's all just like black and white. This is what it is. This works for me.
Yeah.
This won't work for them, but whatever. They
Yeah.
don't matter.
Yep. I'd fire a lot of pubes, that's for sure.
Oh, I would go in and just say, we can struggle for a week. Your department, gone.
Most of them, yeah. We need, like Elon Musk when he went into Twitter, fired ridiculous amount of people. Twitter's running the same.
What did you ever do?
Like just all these pointless positions that don't really do anything. They don't add anything to the company. They don't.
So insane.
Yeah, and there's a lot of that in a lot
But
of companies,
that's
especially
everywhere.
public service. Yeah.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
no value add in a lot of places.
Yeah.
Like, public service is a nightmare for that.
Yeah, because it's whatever. It's not a business. The government's paying them. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Whereas like in private sector, a lot of time they do have to be a lot more careful with their
Absolutely.
extra
Like,
employees.
I've never worked public service. I now work for the government, but it's an important role. I
Yeah.
will say what I do is important.
Yeah, and you can't really.
You can't go without
It would
that.
be very bad to remove that service.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And it's required to have the staffing as well. It's required to have the hours,
Yeah.
and they have to do it. So
Yeah. And I feel like all government services should be 24-hour. Road user services, 24-hour. Stay
yeah.
in there. What are you doing? Clicking pens anyway. Just stay there. Let me register my car at 2 a.m.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, why don't we have a functioning 24-hour thing?
for everything.
Well, because people work 9 to 5. Well, yeah, no. If they didn't work 9 to 5, then the world would just keep running.
Yeah.
And then we would get more money. People would do more things. And less crime because people are up and about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Get into
Okay.
government. Jeremy.
Yeah.
I vote for PM, Jez.
Okay. I'll look how to get my name on a ballot.
Just change one thing. That's all
Yeah.
you need to do. A pothole. That's how they start.
So, my mountain is being asked to move house.
Did you say asked?
Probably.
Can you say ask?
Asked.
Not asked.
Ask.
No, it does have to be asked, doesn't it?
Yeah, arcs. Is it Futurama where they say arcs, axed, or axed? But it's like that's how it's officially pronounced now.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a hard word. Okay, people who ask you to move. Okay, and mine was this jacket.
Bye, Hungries.
My dad's.